As we begin our adventure tonight, souls spread across the vast astral sea within their own realms and worlds, unaware of each other and what may be going on out in the universe. In this vast expanse of the astral sea, opportunities are aplenty. And with so many uncharted territories, the discoveries are endless. We find ourselves today following the day-to-day lives of 5 individuals chosen by something above. They do not know it yet. But one day a funny little man is going to come into their lives and change it forever. As we begin, I would like to start us out in the asteroid fields. At the top side of the Rock of Brawl, were 2 of our heroes that have been chosen to live their lives. On the city of Brawl, in the streets of Barkentine, the streets are ever so lively. And for the most part, everyone here seems to have a relatively carefree life. We start ourselves in the Brickfist household. With a 3-bedroom home in this bustling city. It's about bedtime, and dinner is beginning to finish up. Our big friend, Absalom, can hear his mother doing the dishes off in the distance. And she's begun to play her old style radio as the 2 of you finish up dinner.
Oh, Frank would love this.
Now, honey, don't forget to finish all your food. Not you, Absalom. I'm talking to Frank.
Yeah.
Gotta grow up big and strong.
I need meat.
as the water rushes in the kitchen, and you can hear your mother stomping around. Where's your father? It's almost bedtime. Where's your father? Is he not home yet?
Ma, where's Pa been for the past 10 years?
You know he's gonna be back, honey.
Right.
He's busy. Shortly after this meal, the music starts to fade and you start to hear the sound of a vacuum in the distance. She is constantly doing something. You have no idea why. And the two of you are getting more close to the end of the evening. As the two of you finish up and go to your bedroom, you can still hear her meandering about. You do hear a knock on the door. Honey, I'll get it. Don't worry about it. You guys go ahead and get ready for bed.
Insight? Is this abnormal? So someone to be knocking this late? Like, we normally don't have guests, right?
Probably not. It is rather busy because of the
Very nice.
festival grounds that are taking place nearby. I would say it's about like 9 o'clock for you guys, where the festival grounds don't even really stop until 10.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Ma. You get the door.
Gonna be working on a map. Probably of this surrounding area.
As you pull out your box of crayons,
I plan to sell it later.
it is a rather fine description of the town. You more than likely have something of a resemblance to the town, maybe from some odd years ago that you'd probably have found digging through Absam's father's chest in the somewhere in the house. It's probably not up to date, so you are probably filling out the map more so to what the town currently looks like.
Yeah, that sounds good. All of
that. Go ahead and roll me a general survival check as well. And this would be just for what you remember. Maybe like you have a little legend on this map. That's what you remember.
Yeah. I got an 8. It's gonna be a little confusing.
You're gonna remember some wild shit, and I'll leave that up to you. For what you may have seen. You would definitely think that in the alleyway of the Jugglers Folk Guild House, there is plasmoids selling what you would think to be juggling lessons and drugs.
Sounds about right. I'm gonna add that to the map.
And as well, on your legend, you would probably think that down in the edge near Whale Street, there is a little underway to get inside Elmander's star charts.
Yeah, that's
It's just
actually
a-
like I might want to break into there.
Yeah, these are just things that you can kind of remember seeing, or it's just something that popped in your head as you walked by, or as you scurried throughout the Rocker Brawl here. You've been throughout these streets for how many years now?
About 7.
7 years. So yeah, you're making a little key in legend. So make sure like to actually write these things down. These things could be correct, or these things could be wrong. So do keep that
So
in mind.
I got the underway in Whale Street. There's a passageway there into Elmander's star charts,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's what's the street name? Can you redo the plasmoids one for me?
Yes, that is the Juggler's Folk House near the festival grounds. Right over here. You think that the plasmoids there are selling juggling lessons, as disguised as selling drugs?
Yeah, cool.
But those are just kind of like, it's the end of the night. You've just ate. You're real full. You kind of hear in the distance Absalom's mother chatting with somebody.
Yeah, I'll
Maybe
wander
you
out.
don't. Maybe you don't. It just kind of depends.
My passive wisdom's an 8.
What's your passive perception?
Well, that's what that would be.
Oh, yeah. So maybe you wouldn't. Absalom might, though. What is Absalom doing?
He's laying in the bottom bunk. He doesn't have a whole lot going on. He's like, I wish Mom would let me put the heavy bag back in the house.
Yeah, that's cool. Look at this. And I'm showing him the map, like every 5 seconds, adding shit.
Yeah, you're getting pretty good with those crayons.
Yeah. We need to go to Elmander's at some point.
Why?
He's got stuff. I know he's got stuff in there.
Yeah, it's a store.
Yeah.
Who do you think Ma's talking to?
She's talking to somebody.
Yeah, you should go get a glass of water and eavesdrop.
Ooh. I got a 14 stealth check, Jeff. This would be where I'd roll perception now. I think.
You don't think that she's paying attention or sees you. You see her talking to what looks to be a golden-haired dwarf, handing her a little flyer.
I want to take it out of her hand before it gets to her hand. Can I do that?
This has already happened.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, this has already happened. You're sitting there, or you're kind of went out a little later into that conversation. Oh, honey, I'll make sure to let them know. Frank just became 8, and that's the working age around here, so I think he might be excited. You kind of
Frank's actually 15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, he's been bumming in at mom's.
Okay, I thought he was 8. My bad.
No, his work. He's been telling mom that he's been working, but he hasn't. That's the thing. He hasn't been working. He's been stealing, and he has been working, but like not for good people.
Has Absalom been working at all?
Yeah, probably.
You're saying I actually have like quite a bit of money. I've got 80 or 800 of them fucking the currency that we use. We use a different
The
currency.
astral diamonds. Yeah. You see her talking to a golden-haired dwarf. She's holding up a little paper, and you see her start to close the door, and she turns around and she sees you standing there with a glass of water. Oh, Frank, I was just about to go in there just before you guys went to bed. It's a good thing you're out here. Where's your brother?
Yeah, let me see that.
What is that?
What?
That's a
It's
piece of
about the-
paper he gave you.
It's
Is it a map?
it's about the job fair that's happening at the festival grounds tomorrow.
All right. I'll go get my brother.
You get your real job, Frank.
Ah,
You're looking down there over there, down there at the jugglers. I know what they do down there, Frank. I hear it.
none of my business. I'll go get brother.
Yeah.
We got a job, brother.
We got a job?
Mom says we do.
Like a real job?
Yeah, like a job.
Oh. Okay. Did you get the glass of water?
Yeah. He'd be carrying it, but he's not carrying it right, and probably like half of it dripped out on the floor because he completely forgot about it.
Thanks. Absalom like opens his mouth and drinks the whole glass like at once. Just like dumps it into his maw.
So come on here.
Alright. Fucking roll out the bottom bunk.
So the nice dwarf out there was telling me that they're gonna be holding a job fair out there, and he's handing out flyers to those in the town that have folks that are younger in the household, because this could be a lifetime opportunity. They're gonna take you down to the material realm down there for a little while, do a little work, and they're gonna pay you in gold, but it'll give you a chance to work on a ship. Maybe get one of your own one day.
Ooh. I've always wanted a ship.
That does sound enticing.
They are, and this is why I was thinking that it could be a good idea. That young gentleman out there was telling me, well, I think he was young. He was telling me that he's offering at least 20,000 gold pieces.
It's like Frank or Absalom's like counting on his fingers. It's like 2,000 astral diamonds, 200. Frank, I'm bad at math. Help
Yeah,
me.
Frank's counting on his fingers, and he's like, that might buy us, like maybe 1 million pieces of paper.
That's not a good unit of measurement. That's worse than the gold pieces.
He starts counting on his fingers again. Like, that's a lot of money. I know that. I think.
I guess we go.
How much ink do you think I could buy with that?
Uh,
Like gallons and gallons?
well, if you buy it there, you might be able to get more while we're there in the material plane.
Right.
Epsom like scratches his head.
Now, on average, you would think that most people at their jobs here only make about 50 astral diamonds a week. This is going to all of like this essentially is a payment every week, which equals to 200 astral diamonds a week. So you guys have probably been saving up for quite some time, but do keep in mind each astral diamond counts as 100 gold pieces.
Yeah. We're just bad with money because we've never left home.
Yeah, I actually have quite a few astral diamonds from just existing for the past few years. That would make sense, actually, that I've accrued only 80 astral diamonds over 7 years.
Because people are the average salary is not a whole lot of astral diamonds. I mean, people have to earn them, but they're worth a hell of a lot more in the material plane.
I think Frank's gonna call it for the night and check that out in the morning.
Yep. It's the plane.
I think keep it in mind, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
All right. Starts up the fucking vacuum
cleaner
again.
when we're
Yep.
going to fucking bed.
Yep.
Ma, can you do that in the morning?
Fine.
Yeah, no smoothies either, please.
Fine.
I got,
You hear the
got some
fridge.
earmuffs.
You hear the fridge open up. As we leave our two chosen from the Rock of Brawl, we find ourselves down in the material realm. We find ourselves just leaving the castle of Waterdeep with Jeremy. Are you there with us, Jeremy?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot I was muted.
That's okay. As you find yourself walking along the main roads, leaving the castle of Waterdeep, where Percy had just given you a request to find a party and take care of something that has been plaguing the lands. Percy did not give any detail as to what it could be, but what he did mention was that the offer was 20,000 gold pieces. And his aid in helping you travel throughout the lands if you were to complete this task. Percy did not give you the details of who this request came from, but he did say that you would need to seek them out in Neverwinter.
The silly king just gave me information and told me to go. He didn't tell me who to look for.
As you walk along these streets of Waterdeep, you can see what looks to be, well, a reflection of what is the ongoings of late in this town. A good portion of the city is, well, under repair. As of recent events, the city had gone through turmoil from not only its previous duke, Xanathar, but also was attacked by some anamorphic being that infected half of the city with some sort of virus that turned them into a clown-like being.
The Teehee virus.
The Teehee virus.
Tee.
It is the TE virus.
Unsure of what could have caused this, as you had just recently arrived to the town. You do see that a majority of the townsfolk look to be relatively happy, though, considering the new Duke has not killed any of them yet. And they're more so relieved that the town looks to be under a relatively watchful guard from not only these people they call the Protectors, but also the Guardians. You can see clearly above what looks to be a floating city hanging nearby. You would know this is the holy city of Farul. You've seen it up in the mountains. Yes, you've seen it up in the mountains towards where you once were in the Dales. And you've seen it down south as you've traveled through the Baldur's Gate. It seems that the city has gone through a lot of duress and is under quite a bit of protection, and other cities are now asking for assistance, which is why this request seems to be from Neverwinter. What does Jeremy do while he spends this moment in the city of Waterdeep?
So I'm in the castle ward. I'm in the corner of the castle ward. Does this look like an edging to where it would go to like where would be the Griffin? Or would this be like in a residential kind of area?
So you are walking out of like the meeting areas in the castle ward.
Okay.
So you're just along the city streets right now.
I'm gonna find a bench and sit down.
Yeah.
Away from everybody, away from like a lot of the people. Kind of like in an alleyway if I can.
You're on the street of Waterdeep Way, if you want to zoom in.
All right, so I'm going to go in. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm going to go into it, and I think I will probably head in like around the corner and just take a seat, just right about where my icon is. And I'm going to open up this giant packet for the first time because I got a packet with all information. Percy told me that all of the information for this quest is in this packet.
Inside this packet, there is a small ring.
Why does he give me this? Does he not know my hands are massive? He just kind of holds the ring in his hand, just kind of puts it in his breast pocket. And he's going to take a look at the papers. Do the papers have any information on it?
As far as the papers are concerned, the papers are more so pictures. You're not quite sure what it means. It's not a request. It's not anything of the sort. It just looks to be a myriad of pictures. They all look to be a series of diagrams or blueprints. You'd think if you put them together in the right order, you might know what this is.
He's gonna spend some time. He's gonna take a second, do a little overview, and then he's gonna meditate for a second and see if he can clear his mind completely. and he's just sitting there envisioning the pictures in his mind and trying to put them in all these different like positions, and none of them were working. And then he opens his eyes and he's going to try physically to put them together. Are they like bigger pictures or are they like full-size sheets?
They look to be blank pieces of paper with small drawings of something on each one, where you'd have to collage them together.
Okay, what could I roll to attempt this?
With this, you can give me a wisdom check.
A wisdom. Straight wisdom check?
Mm-hmm.
17.
As you take your meditation and open your eyes and begin to not only mentally move these papers, but physically move them. You look at each one and you close your eyes for a moment, then you move your hands. You open them. You see where this new piece lies, and you start to guide these papers into what looks to be a stonework of a gate or a portal even. As you do, the ring that was in the packet begins to glow. Words begin to show on the paper. Find the golden-haired dwarf, for the fate of the universe is at stake.
Now, you said it was like a stonework. Like, is it any kind of symbolage I could see?
Yes, it looks to be a stonework visage.
I rolled a 12 on a history check.
You don't know what it is, but you see a stonework visage of a massive gate with swirling bits of gravel in the center. But you have no idea what it is.
I wonder who this golden-haired dwarf is. Now, is that written on the paper after I put it together, or is it on the? Is it just the magical words that came up afterwards?
It's written on the paper, like as you have those papers laid out, it's written across all of the papers.
Okay.
So you're very aware if you move that paper, all the words disappear.
And there's no picture of a dwarf anywhere on there.
No.
Okay. Well, I know from before of walking through the town, there's not a lot of dwarves in this town. So I'm just gonna start out looking for dwarves, and I'm gonna start asking everyone, have you seen a golden-haired dwarf? And this is a 7.5-foot tall man in a robe, just asking every single person on the street.
Most of your response will only lead you to dead ends within the city of Waterdeep. As you scour throughout the market, most people are still somewhat skittish. You do look like a relatively intimidating person, especially towering over them.
I'm gonna go find the children. I'm going to go ask the children. I'm just ignoring all the adults now because they don't like me. I'm gonna go ask the kids.
So go ahead and give me a charisma check.
That's awesome. This is the first time my charisma is tiny like this. 9.
The kids are screaming and the guards are starting to encroach onto you.
Do not run from me, children. I need the dwarf.
You start to hear the sounds of what is a griffin in the distance as you are hearing, "Sir, step away from the children!"
Uh-oh.
And then he turns and goes, "Who's bothering the children?" And he starts putting it. He's like looking around for someone bothering kids.
All of the children seem to be running away from you as a bow is pointed down from you. This looks to be a rather intricate bow as you see it is radiating a very bright energy pointed towards you.
Is it above me?
Yes, he's flying above you on a
he's
griffin.
Okay. I want to take a look at this man. Is this man clouded in a bunch of like gold armor?
Silver armor.
Silver armor. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna kind of look up at him and I'll go, "You with the weapon. Tell me where this rabble rouser is."
Get on your knees and get on the ground. It's you.
And he just, as soon as he said get on his knees, he's going to like wipe off his robe, kind of pull it to the side, and get down to his knees. He's still 6 feet tall, on his knees.
As this man comes down flying from the ground, Griffin standing or perching nearby, he comes down to the ground and he says, "Who are you to disturb the children who have just returned back to the city?"
That's irrelevant. Where is the golden-haired dwarf?
He looks a bit confused. Why did you expect the children to know this?
Because the little ones have eyes everywhere.
He kind of looks over at you. Gives a little huff. Most of the dwarfs left this city for Phandelver, or Phandalin. Most of the mining work is done out there by a man named Eivor. You're not going to find him here.
And he's going to go, "You, look at this paper." And he's going to pull the paper out and put it back in specifically. "Is this the Phandalver?" And he's going to show him the picture.
He has no idea what it is.
"Then you are useless to me. Good day, sir." And he starts shimmying across on his knees.
I didn't say I was done with you.
"I didn't say we were started."
I don't want to see you anywhere near this park again.
Kind of looks around. It is a park. "Is that what you call this leisure area?" And he just he bows, but he's still on his knees. He's bowing to him. He goes, "As you wish, the Silverman." And he walks, and he still just kind of shimmies away. He starts to shimmy away.
I'm not Silverman, it's Daniel. As you see a small bolt of radiant energy go by your head, he goes back onto the griffin and flies back into the air.
"Goodbye, Silver Daniel." And he stands up, dusts off his knees, and he turns around. All the children are gone now, but he's like, "I should ask more children, but not in a park." And he starts walking away.
As you walk away and take a look around the city, you don't seem to find much luck with any golden-haired dwarves. Once more, you do recall that Percy said to go to Neverwinter. But you can go to Phandalin if you would like.
"Well, if the silly king told me to go there, I will go." And he's going to hail like a buggy out of there. See if anybody would give him. He's got 45 pieces of gold in his pocket, and he just hands it over to the person. He goes, "Is this enough to take me to Neverwinter?"
as you make it up towards the caravan, towards the northern field ward, you see a majority of passengers hand over, much less than what you did. But the gentleman looks at you and smiles, and he said, "That's just enough, absolutely, sir. Take a seat."
I'm gonna insight that.
Sure.
18.
You
Consider
think
the
you're
rest
being
your
swindled.
tip. Now make sure we get there fast. I need to find a golden-haired dwarf.
Golden-haired dwarf woman sits in the caravan.
I turn immediately and go, "Golden-haired dwarf! I have found you!"
She looks frightened. This is obviously not your dwarf.
I apologize for my outburst. My emotions got the better of me. And he holds his hand out for a shake,
She holds it out lightly.
and I just shake her. I shake violently, because it's a giant hand shaking her. I go, "Are you who the king wanted me to find?"
I have no idea who you are. I'm just trying to get back home.
"Do you know what this is?" And he's showing the circle to her.
Looks like stonework, sir.
"That's what it says. But look closely." And it says, "Find the golden-haired dwarf," written on it. "That is you."
You missed the part. The golden-haired dwarven man.
He looks down, and of course it says that, but he didn't notice it. "But you have a beard."
She gives you a shrug. You got me beat, but I do have tits, dear. Nowadays that don't matter, but I'm just saying.
Kind of like sits, he kind of like squeezes himself to the corner and looks down embarrassed. He goes, "He had tits."
Anyway, you're big and scary, but enjoy the ride, and I'll try not to stare.
"Staring is a form of flattery," my master used to say.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be staring too much at you, but the fact that you're wearing loose-fitting clothing. As the ride continues, it is very bumpy, and she just watches the whole time.
Is she staring
You feel
at my cloud god?
violated.
She's staring at my cloud god?
You feel violated. You're not sure.
I feel weird, but somewhat aroused.
As the caravan takes off from Waterdeep, headed towards Neverwinter, we find ourselves falling onto another of some of the chosen. We find ourselves seeing Zuland. Or most people would know them as Cookie. Working in Petrick's bar. The Weeping Wyvern. Or at least it used to be known as the Weeping Wyvern. As Petrick has bought up a majority of the taverns along the city's coast. And, well, since you don't tire very much, he has you working at a shift at the Beach Leviathan and the Driftwood Tavern today.
Where's that at?
So that's going to be 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Okay, alright.
He has moved the taverns over here.
Gotcha.
He also now owns the Beach Leviathan boat, which he has turned into a giant gambling bar.
Did you say beached? Like ED?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has turned it into a giant gambling bar now.
Awesome.
Cookie, as you are beginning the beginning of your shift of the day, you are being nothing but overworked, and I don't think you've had a single day off in the past month. You've been switching back and forth between working at the Beach Leviathan casino floors, keeping the folks at the in this district eagerly fed, and you have been making sure that the daily specials at the Driftwood Tavern stay consistent. You haven't seen Petrick, and you would think about 2 weeks, as he seems to have been taking a vacation. You've been running the show, and there's not a whole lot to show for it as of late. What is going on with or inside Cookie's head at this point?
He's probably just thinking that, like, yeah, I don't need to eat or sleep or even drink, but man would still like to go to the temple every now and then. Ugh. Fucking little bald man just leaving me here to cut all this food and serve all these drunkards. Hope he's finding his brother okay, at least. And he, like, takes a rag and wipes off his fingers, which are like cooking knives for him.
I'm giving you inspiration for that one.
Yeah.
He's blown apart somewhere in the astral sea.
He ain't finding him.
Nope. And he'll finish up, like, serving, like, putting some, what time of day is that?
So you've been in the boat for quite some time. It's the start of the day technically, but you've been there all night. It's like 6 a.m.
I'm just, like, scooping oatmeal into bowls with some, like, berries and, like, some, like, mint and stuff on top, making it look real nice. Walking it out. A couple people sitting at tables. Alright. Got oatmeal. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Yes, excuse me, sir. We actually did not want oatmeal. We just wanted the berries. Can you just take that back?
Yeah, my bad. It's been a long night. And I'll just pick the bowls back, go back to the kitchen.
Give me a perception check as you walk off. You hear in the, kind of in the back, all the customers, you'd think that they programmed the robot right to get the order right the first time.
I'll just snap my head back. My eyes will go from the normal blue to like a bright red. And I'll just snap back and very robotically walk back into the kitchen, even though I walked out like a normal person.
You hear one of the hands in the back. Is everything all right?
Just
Another one of them days.
yeah. Oh fuck.
When have you had a day off?
I'll look down at my wrist, which very obviously doesn't have a watch on it. About a month? No, about a month and a half.
A lot of us can take care of this. You can have the day off if you want.
but
It's bright and early in the morning. Everybody's showing up. We
Yeah,
got it
but-
covered.
I don't have a place. I don't really do anything else besides cook.
Maybe why don't you spend the day looking for something else then?
All right, but remember, you gotta go off today's specials. You can't be making that same old bullshit you used to. That shit was disgusting.
All right.
Make
Go.
sure.
Go take care of yourself today, okay?
All right, I'm taking my chef's hat off, untying my little ascot, and for the sons of bitches at fucking table 4, give them like 10 minutes before you take out their bags. All right. Just ask around for a big robot man if you need help.
Yeah, half the town knows you got tits, buddy. They know.
They're not tits.
They're tits.
I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna just punch the door frame.
They're nice tits. Be safe.
Oh god. Tits. Then I'll probably end up making my way out towards like a temple. It really doesn't matter which one.
So you have kind of a few different options available to you. However, the nearest temple is going to be near the Hall of Justice,
Okay.
which is just across the bridge.
Perfect.
This doesn't take you no time to go through most of the city. You enter into the Protector's Enclave. As you make a walk around looking out at all the city's wonders, this is truly a city of skills. You see all sorts of different vendors all about. Vendors yelling out, selling their wares to the passerbys. But you have a goal in mind. As you pass by a majority of the folks and make your way over towards the Hall of Justice, there's a myriad of statues devoted to a majority of the major gods. There's also what looks to be a universal statue that has been posted up. This universal statue seems to be somewhat new. It looks to be rather familiar to you, as you haven't been out here in quite some time, or even gotten the chance to. But you see what looks to be a golden-haired dwarf building what looks to be a small circular stonework statue just off in the distance. And as the final brick is laid, he walks off, and you don't really see him.
From a distance, like, does it look like what's been
Consider
what was on my master's
this
notes?
one more time.
Does it look like what was in my master's notes?
Very much.
I'm gonna run up to it. Yeah, I'm just gonna like drop to my knees in front of it and just start like looking over it, seeing if there's like trying to see if there's anything else to it more.
Near this, you see what looks to be a small golden ring sitting right next to it.
I'll look around, pick it up. Oh,
As you pick it up, it begins to glow just a bit.
I'll extend out like one of my little fingers and just slip it right on.
You don't really feel any different. But it is a very nice ring. And it seems to have like a purplish gemstone in it.
Oh, at least if I don't get paid for all this fucking overtime, I'll be able to sell this. I'll just slide it
If you
back
think
up.
it's worth a pretty penny.
I'll go to take it off and just put it in a pocket. Because I am wearing pants. I'm not an animal. Just slip it into a pocket.
So you're putting the ring in your pocket?
Yeah. Took it off. Put it back in my pocket.
As you put the ring back into your pocket, you walk around and head back through the Protector's Enclave. And you see what looks to be flyers up close around the House of Knowledge, just as you get close towards the bridge. The flyer and bulletin board looks to have a small picture of this stone-like object. And a request for heroes to meet in the Chasm District this evening. The job offers a total of 20,000 gold pieces. It's quite a sum.
Mm-hmm.
Something you haven't seen in quite some time. Now, you're very aware that the Chasm District is filled with refugees. It's not going to be a very pleasant trip. But that is where this says.
I'll tear down the flyer. Well, my adventuring days are pretty much done, but I guess go see if they need a cook. Petrick's gonna be gone a little bit longer, so I'll probably be back before he even notices. I'll start making my way.
As you make your way towards the Chasm District, there looks to be a food services. It looks to be actually ran by a individual with golden hair, wearing like a vest more so. It's blue and gold, and their voice seems to be really kind of high pitched. And all you hear in the distance is more so, yes, yes, the city of Waterdeep has plenty for you. Now remember, come and visit us sometime. Your Duke of Waterdeep demands it. And it looks to be a representative for Waterdeep, helping out with some of the refugees in Neverwinter.
Was that your Percy imitation?
Yeah, I can't do one very well.
Hey, I love it. I loved it.
But they do look to be cooking. If you would like to assist in feeding the refugees that are lined up while you wait.
Yeah, I'll walk over to the man, like, hello, sir.
Oh, it's you. You made it out here. Now, have you finished what I sent you out to do? Or why are you bothering me?
What? What do you?
Oh, wrong person. You all look the same to me. Yes, who are you?
You can call me Cookie. I'm a chef over at some of the inns out by the dock.
Perfect. That means I don't have to do it. Stand right here.
Okay.
And you feed them, and I'll be over here, okay?
Okay.
There's no pay involved. Remember that.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Perfect. And he kind of stands off to the side, and he is ushering in what you would think a political advance for his next campaign. You quickly realize this is a politician at work.
Well, damn. I already said I would do it for free. Yeah, but this is what my goddess wants. And I'll just take my hand, cup it, and watch it like transform into like a big serving, like a ladle. And I'll just start shouting, "Come get your food!" And I'll just start scooping it and putting it into bowls.
And you see folks lining up for what seems to be a half mile. There's quite a lot of what you would think individuals who had maybe fled from where they once lived, or maybe just aren't quite making ends meet. You've seen some of them over at the docks, gambling over at the Beach Leviathan. However, haven't been there in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You see all different kinds. But
Well,
the food seems to be aplenty, and Percy is not giving them sawdust fillings. He is truly providing for them, whether his intent is good or not. This politician is at least doing one thing, and it is making sure that no one goes without.
Everyone has to have their hero's feast.
whenever I see like a kid or like an elderly like lady come up, I'll just like hold their like I'll serve their bowl to them, but as I'm serving it, I'm going to cast guidance onto each of the bowls. Can I? Yeah. Or like I'll like pat them on the back. It's like enjoy your food.
Each of them give you a little smile as they pass by. As the evening goes on, I would like to zoom back in a little bit out from the material realm and back to the astral sea. Back to the top of the Rock of Brawl. As those on the material plane begin to gather together. Those out in the astral sea are just now waking up. It's bright and early, and you can smell what seems to be astral bacon and astral gravy and the fluffiest biscuits you've ever smelled in your life. As you can hear the music from your mother in the kitchen. Once more. Honey, breakfast. It's time to wake up. Starts knocking on your door.
I pop out of my room dancing.
You like this shit, Fred?
Yeah, Frank loves it.
God. I've hidden the radio at least 3 times.
I'll always find it.
It's because you're always vacuuming, Ma.
I'm always cleaning. There's things to do. Come get your breakfast. We gotta get you ready for the job fair. Come on, I got your tie ready.
And Frank's just like, war! And then he starts shoveling food into his mouth.
My tie, Ma. I'm wearing my armor.
And we're gonna get you a real job, honey. Come on. Here's your tie.
Frank will wear the tie.
I put the tie on over my armor.
I got you a tie too, Frank. Don't worry. This one's got little smiley faces on it.
Why does he get the clip on? Hang on.
Hey.
I don't know how to tie it.
You gotta tie that one, Absalom.
Frank's lying.
See? He don't know how to tie it. Now go in the meeting and get yourself fixed up. I'm gonna pack your breakfast. Unless you want to sit and eat it here.
He just
Your
says
mom
that
starts to turn on the vacuum.
to the hub.
Well, I gotta clean up what I made a mess of.
Standing on the oven vacuuming the fucking range.
She's stomping around. Going you out if you see your father, tell him that I've been waiting for 10 years.
Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome in. Now, as we zoom into the two getting ready for their job fair, I'd like us to take all a moment to eat that breakfast. And we're going to take a quick 5. To get
Thank God.
him, to get Clayton all set up. So I'm going to go to the bathroom and whatnot. We're going to get Clayton all set up. And Clayton, everything that we talked about has been ongoing. So, and I'll fill you in here in just a moment. So if everyone wants to sit and chit chat for a moment, that would be awesome.
I love to just think about the breakfast house being on like the 2nd or 3rd level of like this apartment building.
No, they're
Eating
like
hippo
wealthy.
Are they?
Yeah, they're like wealthy Hoosiers.
Oh no, that's even worse.
Like they have a 3rd bedroom. Like Frank and Absalom don't have to be sharing a room, but they like are. Like,
What did I? How's it going? What did I miss? You enjoy it so far?
Yeah.
just introducing everybody's characters and where the fuck they were before we got into all this nonsense.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go grab a soda and smoke a bowl.
All right.
Okay, I went ahead and used the restroom, grabbed my drink here. So what you have missed is honestly what you've written me, what you wanted.
Hell yeah.
As far as things are moving. I will go over everyone just real fast on what has happened. For Jeremy, you know how you were sending out requests and whatnot? Well, that request made it to Percy, who's the Duke of Waterdeep, who then passed it on to others of Waterdeep, which Jeremy had taken up that. You had given out what seemed to be a sort of puzzle to show off your masonry structure that looks of the portal of the EGU. He had figured out the paper riddle in order to activate the ring that was given in the packet.
Oh yeah.
Then with Cookie, we introduced Cookie into the setting. They're in Neverwinter. They were working at the Beach Leviathan Casino and the Driftwood Tavern. They were tired of what was happening there and were kind of taking the day to themselves. Found a flyer, and like a meeting point within Neverwinter, but as well he went out to the temple and saw a golden-haired dwarf building what looked to be a masonry statue next to all of the other gods and whatnot for prayer. And as Cookie went to go up to look at the altar, he found a ring next to it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
However, the golden-haired dwarf was not there. Jeremy was also instructed to find a golden-haired dwarf. He found a golden-haired dwarven woman, but mistook her for a man because she had a beard. And also scared kids. And then as well, Absalom and Frank were just kind of in the house. They had dinner, they went to bed, talked to their mom, and a golden-haired dwarf had knocked on their door and handed them a flyer with actually some things in it, which their mom is going to give to them here soon, to go to a job fair at the festival grounds. And they didn't necessarily get to talk to the dwarf, but he walked off before they got the chance to.
Yeah, I like the way it sounds.
So that's pretty much what you wrote for me, right?
Yeah.
So, but we're just kind of going here with Absalom and Frank on the Rock of Brawl right now.
Perfect. Gives me time to eat my dinner, so perfect.
Yeah, and then we'll kind of continue from there. I'm gonna smoke a bowl, and then we will be kind of getting towards Grumble too. But it worked out because I kind of went through everybody, did what you said. It left,
Hell yeah, I love it.
As Absalom and Frank begin their day. All right, guys. Now, the man left me with something. I wanted to give it to both of you. He said, these are what you need to enter the festival grounds. Those are the bands. They let you in for free with those. Usually you have to pay to get into the job fair. It sounds really weird, but that's just how they do it here on the Rock. Luckily, Mommy's got money, 'cause your daddy. And speaking of again, when you do see him, tell him to come home sometime.
I doubt that I will ever see that man, Ma. But when I do, I will make sure to punch him in the mouth and tell him to come home.
Yeah. Be gentle with him, dear. He is in the Navy. You know, they're kind of squishy.
Anyway, we got places to be, Ma. I take a fucking fried egg and flip it into my mouth like a coin. Wait, I'm vegetarian.
Yeah, I think you got confused with Frank's breakfast. You're gonna have to spit that out or you're gonna get sick on your first day, honey.
Yeah, I just spit it out onto the table. There you go, Ma. Something to clean. Anyway, bye.
Frank eats it.
Oh, Frank does you breakfast.
That's gross.
Yeah, Frank eats it.
Don't forget yours, Absalom. You got like a stack of kale or some shit. I don't know what you eat.
Cookie shudders in the material plane.
He's probably got a huge bag of leaves that he's just like eating like a bag of chips.
He's just, yeah. He's got kale like that, and then
Oh,
also
you got a
like,
bag of those snap peas.
he's got a bunch of carrots.
All right, honey. Well, I made you cornucopia things. You can just take the whole cornucopia.
And he's just grabbing it by the fistful as he's walking out the door. He's got his
There's a
picnic
lot of-
basket
A
full
lot of
bread.
berries and stuff in there. As you make it out into the Barkentine Street, the festival grounds are nothing but more than a hop, skipping away. As you take up a majority of the walkway, most people aren't really able to pass you. So you really get to dictate the crowd wherever you go.
Hey, he tried to distract him. You know, like sneeze or something.
Why?
No reason. I want to try to pickpocket somebody while we're walking by.
Yeah, you walk out of your front door and you kind of start making your way a little bit down the block, let's say about right here. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check on one of the passerbys.
Yeah, so I got a dagger on my hip, and I just take it real quick, slice a coin purse off.
They don't see it. Absalom might see it.
And then I mosey on like nothing happened.
Frank, you shouldn't do that.
Why?
Take people's things.
I don't know what you mean. It's mine now.
The purse has 7 astral diamonds in it.
See? I give it to Absalom. It's a gift.
I don't want that.
Okay. I take the 7 astral diamonds out of it, put them in my coin purse, take out 7 other astral diamonds, and then hand them to him.
Absalom like looks at it and then like looks at you and goes,
These are mine.
But how?
Oh, I sell maps. You know I sell maps.
He takes them.
He's lying to you. You know he's lying
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, but then also like he's like, don't do that, Frank.
Yeah, the crackers were hard to put down, but I fucking feel so much better after eating a few of them.
Anyway, we're gonna be late.
Yeah. We got, what is it, Dwarf?
Yeah.
Frank speaks 3 languages until he gets to Dwarvish. He speaks Orcish, Gnomish, and Elvish, and then he gets to Dwarvish. Like,
I
okay,
speak Goblin and Gnome.
yeah. It would make sense. You speak Goblin.
You probably taught it to me.
Okay, so we're, can I make an investigation check to look for this guy? Did I get a sight of him at all when he was talking to Ma?
You saw golden hair and a beard. It's a dwarf, golden hair with beard.
I can't see him.
I like lift you up over my head. How about now?
Yeah, can we take the help for the 25? Huh?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Give me just a moment.
I mean, you're probably an effective like extra 10 feet into the air almost at my full like extension.
Turn the toggle on.
Yeah. At least an extra 8.
As you look out into the festival grounds, you will definitely see what looks to be a golden-haired dwarf.
He's that way.
You see him standing underneath what looks to be a green tarped green tarped tent, and he actually has a line of what looks to be adventurers, with golden rings.
Oh, shit. Do we have the pamphlet?
You do.
I do? Okay. I'm gonna open it and see if there's a golden ring in there.
There are 2 golden rings in there.
Yeah, I give one to Absalom. I have a general idea of what they're for. These are a signet, I think. For the guy, for the job. I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna crudely put together a little map for you to get to him.
I'm just gonna keep holding you over my head, and you're just gonna point the way like a weather vane.
Yeah, I got this map I keep putting in front of your face.
People aren't getting in my way, so I just have to walk that direction. And honestly, I dare anyone to get in my way.
Fucking gif with a goblin riding on his shoulders.
Well,
way.
and I'm big by gift standards too.
As you were standing in line waiting to enter into this festival, I would like to take a moment to go to our golden-haired friend. Our friend that we would come to know is Grundle McFumble.
Please tell me your dex is
Yes.
bad.
This story will take us back some odd 80 years ago.
My dex is a 12.
Yeah, you look pretty good.
As our dwarf here has spoken and seen not only the fate, but the destiny of the universe. Grundle, as you look out at the crowd and your longing search, 80 years have gone by. You have watched heroes come and go. You have built monoliths and stone structures of the things that you have seen that you know to be real.
Oh, yeah.
Today, you hold a festival to find some of those that you seek for this grand task that has been imposed upon you to not only save this universe, but to attain the power that you seek. Granted not only by Istis, the goddess of fate and destiny herself.
Feel it.
Grundle, as you investigate each person that walks through this line, there is one thing and one thing only you are looking for. As you invite them in to look at the other jobs, you are looking for those that glow, and those that glow only.
Next.
How does Grundle feel in this moment of endless next? Because, again, 80 years is quite a long time, buddy.
Yeah, dude, he's just got to process now. Unless he notices something interesting, it's like, next. All right, next.
Yeah, very Dwarven like.
All right, next.
Fuck off.
All right, let me see your ring.
You know,
Let me see your ring there. Anything notice about that? No. Next. I noticed a shiny little rings. I'll just pair.
As you see come up to the table what looks to be a rather large gif and a goblin riding on his head.
What do we got here, huh?
I greet you in Dwarvish. Hello, sir. Fine, sir.
Hello.
We're here for a
Interesting.
job. I
have
show
job.
I show the ring.
Oh, you have requirements for job. Come.
What about me? Hi.
Wasn't there a pair? Or did you have them both on?
Yeah, we both have rings.
I'm pretty sure I'd noticed them both glowing at that point.
I'm
Like, oh, we got
huge.
two specimen. Come. Two gents. Good. Long ear. Long look.
I knew you'd recognize my talent.
Yes. Lots to talk about.
So what's this job?
More later. We meet others first.
Oh, okay.
More to come. More to know.
I'm gonna sit down. Do you got like a table? I'm gonna sit down at a table.
Yeah, I got all
There's
tape.
benches,
chairs right
there's
here.
benches and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on the table though.
Yeah, does that feel nice?
Yeah, I etched my name into it actually.
I made that back off now.
He sits on the table because I plop down on the bench beside him, and it like lifts the other
Try
end
to-
of the bench up.
Roll a slide a hand check to smack his hand away from etching on my table.
This is actually part of my perfect plan. So I'm gonna contest you on that.
Angry dwarf grumbles.
No, wait. Masterpiece.
Angry dwarf
Just give me a
grumbles.
second. Give me a second.
Yeah.
He's speaking to you in Dwarvish. He's being very polite, actually.
While he's drawing on your
Yeah, while he's fucking
my
your shit up.
on my table.
Yeah. But verbally, he's like being very polite. In Dwarvish.
Reminds me of that guy arguing with his wife while he's getting a blowjob at the glory hole.
Alright, so we're waiting. What are we waiting for?
Are we waiting at this point?
So Grumble has another fair that he's holding in Neverwinter as well. He's holding it at the let me look one more second. He's holding it at the refugee camp in the sealed chasm of Neverwinter.
So we gotta wait for him to next all these guys, and then we're heading there.
Basically, yes. He has a duty to, I guess, see through to make sure no one else comes through. It's like, wait here. I got to finish this line first. Next.
Next. Frank joins in.
Next. All right, you stand here.
I'll
Let you know if anybody has a shiny ring. Now Frank
Yeah.
is saying next.
That's part of your guys' next job, is you guys have to see if anyone else has a shiny ring.
Yeah, I stand right next to him and I start doing the same thing, but I'm not actually paying attention. I'm like picking my nose and shit.
Fantastic.
I'm eating my breakfast out of the basket, sitting on the bench on the table.
This goes on for what you would think to be about another 4 hours. You think that the job fair lasts about a 5-hour venture. You guys got there at about 7 in the morning. It's ending now at noon.
Long day. Ugh.
Yeah, Frank's asleep. Probably.
I'm carrying Frank at that point then.
I'm carrying Frank.
Okay, that places to be. Come on, let's go.
The dwarf picks Frank up.
And then I pick him up from him.
The dwarf is a conveyor belt. Here, I'm gonna sleep. Next.
Okay, Grundle, you know that you have a astral rowboat out at the docks.
All right, time to go to my boat. I'll show you the way. I'm Grumble, by the way. What's your names?
I am Absalom Brickfist the Third.
Nice to meet you.
This
Who's
is
the
Frank.
sleeping one? Oh, Frank. Okay. You gotta go to my boat. Other people to meet.
Where's his boat at?
Give me just a second. I'm pulling it up. I accidentally fucking deleted it.
So it's a little rowboat.
It's a
I lost my
rowboat.
boat. Hold on. You'll hear the beep. I gotta find it. And where did I park again? No, I think it was on the other side. Hold on. Back around. Long 80 years. Sorry.
Little does he know, he just parked it like a couple of days ago. You've been going back and forth.
lot of people.
There we go. Sorry. Let me get back to where we were. There we go.
Yeah, Frank will wake up halfway there. All right. Where are we going?
I go to my boat.
Oh, you have a ship?
Yeah.
You guys pass by the great markets and many of the other sites of the city during this conversation. But he brings you all to a big rowboat,
Oh, there she is.
the Jolly.
I mean, we got a paddle.
Do I look rich?
I don't know, does he?
Deception check, I guess. I don't know.
Absalom
Do I?
looks
I
down at
mean, yeah, think about it. Grundle does have a lot of jewelry.
Yeah, I'd
He's,
say
he's wearing a fuck ton of jewelry.
he's got like 5
So,
pinky rings on each toe.
It's more so you're gonna have disadvantage on this, or advantage. I mean, he's fucking covered in jewelry. As far as how many rings, he has a ring on almost every finger.
And every toe.
You don't wear shoes?
Covered.
No,
in
I wear
bangles.
flip flops. I got sandals. You can see every toe ring in glory.
Not to upset you, new boss, but you do look kind of rich.
Yeah,
You can
Frank's.
buy her. You can buy one of these rings.
Absalom would know that Frank's really trying hard not to swipe something off of him.
I can always make you one now you're part of the crew. Just ask. And then shuffle them on the ship. Hey, get on the ship. Let's go.
I'm a navigator, but I've never been on a ship.
You'll get to learn today.
He's still speaking to you in Dwarvish, by the way.
Hell yeah. Very respectable.
Nah,
Grumpy.
this isn't really much of a ship, but
Hey, we make do what we got here.
yeah, I'm gonna set down all my tools in some place. And we're
Put it where
traveling.
you feel is right.
Let me give you the. Here is your boat.
Oh yeah. Oh God, no! Go back.
Yeah,
Go back.
just hit edit sheet directly. Don't worry about it.
There we go. Okay. All right, we gotta go to Neverwinter, boys.
That's just so you can pull that out anytime.
Okay. Big
It'll
bet.
be in your journal.
I haven't been to Neverwinter in years.
I go there too much.
My character's actually never been to Neverwinter, but he knows about it.
He's heard about it.
Yeah.
One of those things.
As each of you walk across this astral dock and find yourselves on Grundle's rowboat. Each of you grab an oar as you slowly take off.
Bruh. Bro.
Yeah, I push them over to the other side, and I take one side to their two people.
Bro.
You can't feel really any sort of tension from Frank rowing, but it looks like he's rowing.
You best put some effort in, boy.
He's trying.
Is your strength terrible?
It's an 8.
No, God, you're better. Okay, I got a little.
string bean.
I got an 11, so.
Yeah, there's definitely a disparity on one side of the boat.
being frank and trying.
As we find ourselves the next following day, it takes you guys about 22 hours to get to the gate in order to enter the the gate to the material realm. As you enter that gate, Grundle raises his hand or what have you high, and you see what looks to be a far off distance view of the material realm.
Alright, boys, are you ready?
As the gate opens wide, you all feel yourself slowly get sucked in. Grundle, how does it feel? What does it look like as everyone gets sucked into this portal?
The dark void. I feel like nothingness, just for a second. Fucking weird.
In that dark void of nothingness, the only thing that you can hear is the sound of Grundle's jewelry jingling.
And Absalom breathing heavily.
Yeah.
I need everyone's, for doing this the first time, to make a constitution check. If you were doing it the second time, give me a wisdom check. And if you were doing this for the umpteenth time, please give me a charisma check.
This would be my second time, technically.
Oh, damn. I'm a pro at this now. Hey, fucking forever later.
Yeah. Frank loves it.
See, that's not so bad, right, boys?
Constitution save.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. We're all fucking up there.
As you guys make your
We're
trip
built for this.
through, it feels like you were fucking meant for this. As that ring glows bright, you take your first true journey through the stars.
Guess you boys weren't picked for nothing.
as that long trek takes hold. Jeremy, you are just now arriving at the southern gate as you see in the air what looks to be a portal opening up of a purple hue just above the city and a rowboat coming out of it.
That is not something you see every day. Isn't that right, female golden dwarf?
Whatever you say, darling. I don't see it.
Because it's not under my robe.
I'm a little busy. The ride's almost over, dear. As the carriage ride ends, the female dwarf looks disappointed that Jeremy is no longer being jutted around during the trip, as his loose-fitting clothing leaves little to be left to the imagination. Jeremy, as you step off and into the town, many of the folk around you look to be rather well off, but this looks to be more of an adventurer's district, as there is talk of a flyer that was passed out around the city for a job opening up, and there will be a golden-haired dwarf hosting the event.
Is someone saying this, like talking to their friends about it?
Yeah, you're hearing it in passerby. You've got a pretty
So,
decent passer perception.
With them saying something, Jeremy is just going to be standing right next to who's talking and go, and wait for a moment to when they stop talking and go, "You will tell me where this golden-haired dwarf is."
They kind of stand back just a little bit, and they look at you. They do look to be adventurers themselves. If you don't already know about it, then maybe you weren't invited. You big baboon.
Before I met my master, I would have ripped you in two. But now that I'm looking for the golden-haired dwarf, because I was given the quest by the king! Now you will tell me where they is!
Give me a intimidation.
20. 30, 20.
They kind of back up a little bit, and they're like, "Geez, man, calm down. It's over in the Chasm District, just that way." And they start pointing towards the northeastern part of the, or southeastern part of the city.
Pointing to 14.
Yeah.
Okay. And as soon as he yells, and he goes, "Thank you, good sir," and he just walks away. And he heads his way. He heads that way. He hasn't talked with anyone else. He's looking for a golden-haired dwarf over by the Chasm District.
As you make it towards the Chasm District, you can see what looks to be a line of refugees and different camps of folks who are a little less off. And you also see what looks to be a rather large mechanical individual serving what looks to be a very bountiful feast. And you even see Percy off in the distance. He is putting up what looks to be flyers. He seems to be putting together something for an event. You would think it would be the job fair.
He pushes through everyone that's around him. Like, even if there's a line, he pushes right through them, just kind of walks through them. And he goes, "My Duke!" And he gets down on one knee.
Oh, perfect. You're here. You finished the job?
"I was told to come here for the golden-haired dwarf."
Oh, yes, I forgot. I'm sorry. Well, they should be here any soon. They've contacted me and they're on their way.
dwarf here. Good. I can get information from... Is that a robotic chef?
They were perfect. They came just in time, so I didn't have to do it myself.
And he kind of does like he bows to him, and he walks over to the robot, and he goes, "Good robotic friend. Have you seen a golden-haired dwarf?"
No. Well, I did see one earlier today.
He immediately puts his hands on your on one of your shoulders. You will tell
Night,
me.
by the way, it was technically yesterday.
Not yesterday.
You will tell me, please, where the golden hair man. It is of royal importance.
Well, I mean, I'm like scratching my head with the end of a ladle. That's my hand. Well, he was constructing this like the stone ring out in front of the Hall of Justice yesterday, and I went over to see what he was building, but he left. He left, and I pull out with my non-ladle hand this golden ring with the purple gem. And he left this. Not completely sure, but when I put it on, it seemed to glow. And
he immediately let go of you, and he reaches into his breast pocket. He pulls out, "I too have a ring."
well,
I never asked, but what does this ring look like?
Clayton?
It's a golden skull with fangs and jeweled eyes.
It looks cool.
yeah, I just found it laying in front of what he was building.
Wait, you said he was building a stone circle.
Yes.
And he pulls out the paper. This stone circle.
Yeah. That looks like my master's notes. How did you learn about this?
And he turns and goes, "I am on a royal quest to find the golden-haired dwarf."
Okay. Well, you have any idea what it is?
It is a circle made of stone, with a lot of other circles around it.
And I'll
It sure is, buddy.
I'll transform my hand back into my hand, and I'll just shake off whatever food was on it. I'll reach into like a little pouch I have on my back. I'm like, yeah, and I'll pull out my master's notes. Yeah, my late master, she had drawn this. I believe she said it was a gate, but besides that, I have no idea. But she was some old coot. In all reality, she was a bitch. But she died
The
long
words of your
before she
master
could.
ponder me.
Well,
Speak ill of your master?
wasn't really like. Think of it, I was more like a servant rather than, guess, whatever you are. But
And he just goes, I am Jeremy Cloud God. That is what I am.
well, you can call me Cookie. Okay. Name's Zulan Kavan.
I will stick with Zul. Cookie is for friends. We are yet acquaintances.
Yeah. But, or if you'd rather just say it in common, he looks down in size. It's Cooking Man.
Cooking Man?
Yeah, that's my fucking name.
It is now your name for me too. Cooking
Okay.
Man.
No. Alright, but But Lady Embercoat, she died before she could figure more stuff out. So these little notes is all I really have.
No, there is only but one person that would know everything. And he turns and he goes, Duke! Since you know everything, all-powerful King Duke, where is the golden-haired one?
He looks up, and you see a rowboat in the air.
Bro,
Perfect. He's just arriving.
bro.
I asked
The
him where
fuck?
he was. That is a rowboat, my sire, not a dwarf.
You see golden hair flowing from the side of it.
I thought you told me
Luscious
it was a
locks.
dwarf, not a golden-haired boat.
You just hear row, row.
Bro.
It's sentient.
Bro.
Does Grundle say that whenever he's the only one piloting the boat too?
Yep. You gotta keep in movement.
Yeah, the
Strictly
rhythm.
rhythmic.
As you guys row across the city and land at the docks.
Are we gonna have
No.
problems getting me into the city?
No. Sorry, I didn't answer this grumble.
That's okay. Answer it as grumble. It's better.
Well, yeah, I can be. Frank is very good at languages. Like he speaks very good Dwarvish. Like actually, like fluent Dwarvish.
You don't think that the town was racist whenever you used to live here.
Well, he didn't
When
live in
you're
the
not.
city. He lived
Oh.
outside of it.
You don't think that the townsfolk are gonna have problems with you unless you cause problems with them.
That may happen.
Then that, you know.
we'll get there when we get there. You know.
Yeah, pretty much. So far, you don't see anybody looking at you sideways as you step off the
Cool.
platform. You don't see nobody looking at you sideways. They see everybody looking at Absalom more than you, honestly.
He's like a living legend.
He really is, because you are the only GIF in this city.
Why are they all looking at me like that?
You're new. Don't pay attention to them. We got places to go.
Yeah.
It's hard when they're all staring.
It's because you're big
You
and
just
strong.
imagine you're a nice art sculptor, and just keep moving.
Okay.
You're new to them. You're a new look into the eyes. They want to look at you. You don't see many of you around here. You're only one in the city.
Yeah, are they gonna like part like the street when he's walking down it?
Oh yeah, you have no problem walking down the street with him. Nobody stands in his way. Most of the time, he has to scoot around the carts.
Yeah, you're like a walking fossil here, brother.
And brother. I love it.
As you guys make your way through the Protector's Enclave, all the way off into the Chasm District, is there anywhere that Grundle would like to stop before we get there?
Do you have any money? He has a little bit of money. He's gonna try to sell a few rings on the way through. He's feeling
I
a little
can,
light pocketed.
I can sell that map I made too.
If you want to make a stop by the House of Knowledge, they do have a small store there.
We're gonna make a stop by the stop. Oh wow, yeah, stop by the stop. Yeah.
It's more like a library, but they do have a shop that like holds like potions from the alchemists and things for the city.
Little
So,
knickknacks.
yeah,
Okay.
smaller things, not like armor sets and shit. It's more so essentials.
You go to our army. I got this little jewel crafted ring for you.
What should I title this map that I made, Jeff?
That's up to you. It's your
Yeah,
map.
what was the city name?
Oh, the Rock of Brawl, the top side specifically.
Yeah, because people here might actually want that map. Right?
It's quite possible if they have the facilities to go up there, which some of them would, some of them wouldn't have even tried.
Fair enough.
But it is the House of Knowledge, so that would, yeah. I mean, you're betting a good bet going to there.
Yeah, Grumble's feeling good today. I feel like he needs some money for today if he's feeling this good.
Yeah, the like astral diamond to gold piece ratio doesn't really make sense to Frank, so he's gonna wait for them to like throw him a price on it when we get there.
So think 500 gold is 5 astral diamonds.
Yeah, he just doesn't get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Goblin brain doesn't goblin brain.
it's the wisdom. He can use gold pieces and he can use astral diamonds, but he doesn't understand like how much things are worth. Yeah, I think he only made 80 astral diamonds in 7 years.
As you make your way to the House of Knowledge, there looks to be a small outdoor opening with a elven man standing behind the counter. Seems to have a wall of what looks to be small trinkets and potions.
Hey, I'm here to sell some rings.
I greet him more formally in Elvish. It's like, greetings, Elvish man. I have a map.
I'm going to
They
love this character.
look at Grundle and then they look up at you, a little surprised. And then they look at Absalom, more surprised. Well, aren't all of you a sight? Hello there.
We come from astral space. I have a map that you may be interested in.
His ears perk up. Ooh, let me see.
Yeah, I let him look at it.
And you, put your rings and trinkets in that bowl, and I will weigh them.
But before I give him the map, I'm gonna mark out my special stuff.
Sure.
Except for
Like,
the
just
jugglers.
carry on, just exit, or what?
Yeah, I'm like, give me a second. I made this map. I'm a navigator. There's something. Hold on. I'm just gonna mark out the hidden entrance to Elmander's.
Are you marking the map you're trying to sell me? Excuse me.
This is my map. I show
Sir,
here. Look,
sir.
I hand it to him after I'm done.
And where's this? You marked it out with pink. I can still see it.
No, you can't.
Sure, I cannot see it. What do you want for this? Your crayon markings.
So he goes, I know it's a good map. What would you pay for it?
He deadpans you. I can.
It's a goblin speaking Elvish. You know?
I can see that effort was put into this. It's actually not that bad. But it's made in crayon. No one's going to buy this. Get some real tools and come back, and I would be happy to buy something like this. Just quit marking on it.
This is fine craftsmanship.
Goblin craftsmanship, sir.
He folds his arms.
You just may be an exceptional one. doesn't make it different if it's in crayon.
Yeah.
I could not resell this.
He grumbles. He's like, "Give me this back. Give it back. I have ink and a quill. I'll do it later."
Good. I'd be happy to see you then. What was your name, good goblin?
That's Frank.
Of course it is. Okay, yes. Anyway, looking down over at you now, sir.
Yes.
You have quite a lot here. How many rings is this? Who did you
You don't
steal
want to
this
know.
from?
I make them.
I'm going to weigh them. Bulk price.
Bulk price. All right.
This is way too many for me to accept in a legal manner.
I got more.
I say in
You're
Dorvish,
way
you
too
made
much
fun of
time
my
in your hands.
craftsmanship.
Listen. Astral Sea for 80 years. You learn what to do.
About 300 gold for the lot.
All right.
I want to hop down and look around the shop for anything that might catch my eye.
So it's more like a stall, really. So, like, you can actually see everything from on top of Absalom's head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, there's like a library, and then there's like a stall, just outside.
Yeah, the library
connected.
could be interesting.
Yeah.
We're on a mission, though.
All right, boys. Are you ready?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
All right. We'll probably see you around, Elf. I didn't ask your name. Sorry. What's your name?
It's Teller.
Grumble. Nice to meet you.
Of course it is.
See ya.
Why am I like this, bro? What the fuck? What the?
All right. As you guys continue from the House of Knowledge and peruse its wares for but a brief moment, Frank, was there? You said you were looking. There does look to be a myriad of potions and trinkets. I apologize. I don't want to take that from you. Did you?
Yeah. Some healing potions would be bomb.
The healing potions here are labeled at 25 gold apiece.
Okay. Would he take 2 astral diamonds for 3 of them? Well, actually, it'd be 6 of them. I think.
Well, one astral diamond is worth 100 gold.
Yeah.
So you can get 4.
I can get 4 for 1.
For one.
astral diamond.
So you can get 8 for 2.
Yeah, will he do that?
Yes. They will
Yeah.
take that currency.
Cool. Yeah. I'll split 2 with Absalom.
On the desk as well, you will see that there is an alchemist fire flask, alchemist supplies, all your supplies you need for like your ink and things like that. However, you will see what looks to be a shield on the or not a shield, but a amulet with the shield on it as well.
A protection amulet.
Yeah.
Would I draw that conclusion though? I would. See, that's like my character has 6 wisdom. I actually have to make sure that he can draw those conclusions.
That is labeled as 3,000 gold pieces, though.
Literally.
I think I just wanted the potions of healing for now. We can get a move on. Thanks, Elvish man.
Hello.
Yep.
As you guys depart, You find yourselves walking into what looks to be Jeremy and Zulin, or Cooking Man, talking as the refugees are being fed, and the park nearby is being set up for the festival.
All right, boys. Here's our next job.
Free food?
Maybe.
But you see the golden-haired dwarf walk right past the both of you guys and start getting set up to where Percy set up a festival or job fair
Did
nearby.
he, like obviously walk by the both of us?
Yes.
He didn't get it past me. As soon as as soon as I do that, Cooking Man, look, it is the dwarf.
I mean, it could just be a blonde dwarf.
He said blonde-haired dwarf, you know, golden hair. That is not blonde. That is golden.
You know how many dwarves are in this town?
Yeah.
2?
A lot.
I saw that one and the female one that I wrote in on.
And there's about
That's fair.
a
These
couple
are
hundred in this line.
these are refugees, Jeff?
Yes.
From where?
So you would think that a lot of them, like out of game, a lot of them are probably from Waterdeep and all of the destruction that had happened there.
See, so there's like 10 in the line.
Yeah, I'm like inspecting them. Because like my character was an orphan. He can relate, you know?
Some of them have injuries, some of them do not.
It's a very long line. There's probably a couple
At
hundred
one
people in
point,
this line.
Waterdeep had to be completely evacuated.
Yeah, it's probably like a couple hundred, couple thousand, maybe 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were both right. I said about 2.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look at Percy, even though I don't know his name. You can take
Yes.
it again.
You answer him as the Duke, and he like puts his hand on your shoulder. You will talk to him as the Duke.
Oh no, my job is finished here. I'll see you when you're finished with your job here. And you see him walk off. Thank you.
I'll
He is
look.
perfect in every way.
Okay, you go talk to the golden hair fuckface.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
walks off.
I'm gonna just frantically look around for someone who isn't who's very obviously not a refugee, and just pull him like, "You're serving this." Now I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. And they just kind of.
And I just fuck off.
I just start yelling, "Golden-haired dwarf! You, the golden-haired dwarf!"
Next. Or wait, am I
Oh.
setting up still?
No, at this point, it was already set up by Percy. You guys were just arriving, and there's already a line of people. So, Jeremy and Zulin are in the line, and you can hear Jeremy screaming from the back of the line.
You can also
basically.
see me
Right.
because I'm like
Right,
7.5 feet tall of the whole thing. I'm like, "You, golden hair!
Right,
I
right.
need to speak to you."
Get that man to calm down. He's
Hey.
causing too much of a ruckus.
I
Who
actually
does golden hair.
I don't know giant speak.
I'm speaking
You
common.
just gotta stay.
Yeah, I know you're
At your
speaking
waiter
common.
turn.
but-
All right.
What about your
Sweet
friend, your
return.
brother?
We'll get there. Don't worry.
He's too loud for me.
Golden Air says you need to calm down, sir.
My apologies,
Uh,
young little goblin and golden-haired. I let my emotions get the better of me.
You're causing a fucking ruckus, and you're looking like a moron.
Jesus.
I will
Okay,
say it
can you
is
sit?
better.
Can you sit down?
And he sits down. You still see him clearly over everybody else when he sits down.
Next.
We got a job to do.
We have a job to do. We have to find the golden hair. This ring and paper said so.
Oh, well, you're with us. Come on. Yeah, come here.
Goodbye, cooking man.
Next.
I am found my new family.
You still have to wait in line.
Yeah, we're just still standing right next to each other.
Next.
Goodbye, it's been good. And we take a step forward every time he says next.
The other folks that keep on being put off to the next, it looks like there are other folks from Waterdeep who are giving jobs to them as well. There seems to be a fair for not only Grundle's goals, but to help others. As the line grows thinner and thinner, Jeremy and Zuland are up next.
fucking time.
Oh, what do we have here?
information. You know,
Yeah, we gotta make sure that your ring's real.
I am
Are you-
only supposed to touch the golden hair. Sorry, little goblin man.
You dumb bitch.
The Goblin Man does have golden hair.
You do?
I do.
This is
I have a blonde
confusing.
mohawk.
Well, I was supposed to find the dwarf, not the goblin. Maybe I got my information crossed.
It's like a blonde mohawk mullet hybrid.
Business up front, party in the back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No time to fucking kill either.
Oh yeah.
Is this ring yours? You might have dropped it when you were building that little stone ring outside of the temple yesterday.
Oh, you found it. Good. Come. 2 others.
Do you not need it back?
No, you keep it. Put it on your pinky toe. Pinky
Oh, it's supposed to go on the toe. Frank's gonna move it from his pinky to his pinky toe.
I don't have toes.
You see Grumble just frown at you for a quick second. Next best thing.
And I just put it back in my pocket.
What if your
you gotta wear
toe is too tiny or too
Um,
big for the tiny ring?
I can make it bigger.
You can.
Well, could it be like?
By the way, you are face to face with Jeremy's midsection, which again, he's wearing very thin clothing.
I'm just talking to his midsection.
And he's like, I can make it bigger. No need, sir. No need.
I didn't even
Aw.
think about that. That's so like the respect thing with the dwarf looking up to you if he respects you or not. I didn't even think about shit like that.
If you can make it bigger, could you maybe turn it into like a bracelet? I'll just like transform my hands, like one into like the mace head and the other one into my shield. I kind of can't wear rings.
What kind of warforged are you, by the way? Aren't there like different types? It's like 3 different types of warforged.
I think so, but I couldn't see any. I just went
go
on.
base.
Yeah, I'm just like a base one.
Word.
Yeah, and I got like
I don't have
modified
the
to do all
Ebron
this.
pack. I think I have some of the Ebron shit, but not all of it. So I only have parts of the stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can't wear rings. I tend to break them. So
We'll make a workaround of that. Don't worry.
okay. So
Cooking
Yes,
man,
sir.
now what do? We found the golden-haired dwarf. That was all I was told to do. I shall receive my money from the Duke now.
Now the TTPR comes together to find the EGU.
The tipper.
Like
Of
that.
course.
EGU.
The EGU. Everyone knows what that is.
It'll save the universe. I promise.
I thought it was a
I'm not
waffle.
crazy.
What? Huh?
Oh my God! Is that a what is your what are people called again? GIF?
Dwarf?
No,
GIF.
the GIF.
Oh.
Is that a GIF? I haven't seen you since the books of my childhood.
Yeah, don't make it so obvious. He doesn't like it.
And And he bows, and he goes, I am forever in your servitude, Gif. And he's just staring you down, like, just with no emotion on his face, but just like he's never seen a giant hippo man before.
I apologize. That should not have changed music.
You gotta
Guys,
talk to
okay.
Jeremy, man.
I'm a whiskered hippo man. What did you say to me, Jeremy? I'm sorry.
I said, oh my god, is that a gift? I haven't seen you
I-
since the books of Mayu.
I'm a GIF. Weird. It's kind of weird how everyone's staring at me here.
Well, you are a giant hippopotamus.
I'm
mean-
just a guy.
Absum,
you
you
just
hear
a
your
person.
phone going off. Absum, you have a little phone in your pocket.
I believe someone is trying to
Can I
kill
see
you.
who's calling?
They're like a sending stem.
It's Mom.
Oh, shit.
Decline.
Give me that.
Frank, your phone's going off.
Yeah, I'll talk to Mom.
How's the job fair going?
It's going good, Ma.
Where you guys at? Are you guys still over at the fair? Or I haven't seen you all night, and your dad's not home. I'm getting worried.
Yeah, there's a big man. He's yelling about some golden hair, and it's chaotic. And as I'm having fun, Ma.
Well, it's been about 24 hours. Is there some changes underway? You know how he gets those streaks in him.
He whispers to Abs, covers the sending stone. Mom says you need to change the underwear. Yeah, I told him.
All right. Well, you know, I may have dinner ready if you guys get a break. I'm making lasagna.
I don't know if we're gonna be home, Ma.
We won't.
I mean, I'm still gonna have dinner ready just in case. Okay.
It's
You
a
know, your
nice mother
father
you
might
got.
come home.
All right, Ma.
You try to treat your mom nice.
I might
Who's
eat
on
it
the
all
phone?
myself if you don't show up anyway. I gotta keep my figure. You know how us women do.
All right,
look
Ma.
Look good, big, and comfy.
You're embarrassing me in front of my friends, Ma.
Frank's gonna hang it up.
Who was
Don't
on
forget
the
to change
phone?
your underwear.
Pull it a little bit farther from. All right, Ma. All right. They just gonna hang up.
Now, is this shell phone like out, like always on speakerphone, or do you have it to your ear saying this?
She's just loud.
You do know that changing your undergarments daily is a good hygiene practice there, Gif.
Hey, you shut up, big man.
Whatever you say.
I haven't worn underwear in 5 years.
Aren't you? Never mind.
You can clearly see he's still dangling from the midsection too. He might have some bangles on it or something.
Frank's actually pretty hygienic, like normal hygiene. But the perfume gives him a little bonus.
I can't smell anyway.
Yeah, that's it. He's tolerable to be around, but he looks like a goblin.
What is that delightful
You're a nice goblin.
smell?
All right, now that everybody's together, we gotta get it going.
Where are we going? I have to get my money for finding you.
We get the money when we do the job.
This was the job. All I was told. And he pulls that paper out. Find the golden-haired dwarf.
Right here below it, you didn't read in the small print. To save the universe with the EGU, need help with 4 other people.
As you're saying this, it's writing on the paper. Oh, my apologies, golden-haired dwarf.
Come now.
Yeah, read the fine print, big man.
Now, Grundle, as you have collected all of those that you have searched for, bringing together those who had made each of these rings shine,
Yes.
what is your first move? Bringing together the Pinky Ring Rescuers.
I guess looking for any traces that I know of, like remembering back, any small traces, starting small. Little babies.
One more time, my headset cut out. Sorry.
No, he's saying he's just trying to remember any small traces of the EGU to start off with, because we're all just a bunch of babies.
As you sit and rub your chin at the first move, you think of all of those who you would possibly want to prevent from finding this once in a millennium prize. And it starts to dawn on you that one of the most aggressive of the
Distractions.
bunch is those known as the Zarcies,
Oh, it's RC's fucking hell.
astral elves. It has been a long 80 years, and you know, over this course of time, you have seen them consume whole realms to power their own. You needed to find your rescuers before that happened.
Guess we'll
During
start.
your time at the... Go ahead, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
During your time out in the astral seas, you would know that the next calling would be coming soon. Where it would be, you're uncertain.
Bet. We'll try to get some information, search around for information about the calling then. I'd want to sabotage that, right?
It would be potentially so.
Yeah, TTPR wants to go rescue some people.
Zulin,
Yes.
as you are asked to join them on the task to this wild task of saving the universe for 20,000 gold pieces. You can
Sounds good to me.
You can overhear some of the townsfolk talking about meteor showers that have been happening lately, like an astral rain. You've been hearing this recent as well over the past few weeks. This has been going on for a while.
Yeah. Mr. Dwarf, what's your name?
Grumble.
Well, Grumble. You can call me Cookie.
Cookie.
Now, you were up in a flying rowboat.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
It's a deep question.
Well,
Like currently or like where I'm born?
like,
Currently I'm from the Astral Sea.
okay. I've been seeing and hearing rumors of these lights, the meteor showers falling from the sky. Would you know anything or have any idea?
Let's
'Cause
have kind of. What would I?
You would know that that's a sign
Sign of the fucktards.
of the Xarxes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a sign of the Zarbses. They usually use that as a starting tactic.
is that are
Some
these
racist astral elves.
do these elves possibly work with clowns or
I think so.
Is this a
Sounds
robot
right.
talking about
So
clowns?
the Astral Elves do not fuck with the clowns, so they're a whole different faction. This is a whole other
Okay.
faction.
Did you guys
There's
see
the
Okay, like they're wanting to
there's
fight over the
multiple
EGU, right? 'Cause
factions
they
out
both,
in the
they
sea.
both won it.
Well, there's more than both.
Oh,
But-
okay. There's like 10.
There's a lot. But anyway. But no, they do not coincide with the clowns. They would eradicate the clowns if they could too.
I will eradicate the clowns. You just hear Jeremy like butt in the background and just kind of sink back into silence.
Would I know anything about the clowns?
You would know that there are speak of space clown pirates and as well monstrous clowns out in the astral seas to
Yeah,
watch out
'cause-
for.
The first thing I wanted to say was, what's so wrong with clowns, you know? But then I'm like, I live in the Astral Sea, and we've probably dealt with clowns before. Whenever I was just like a civilian.
You're not really, you know, more of the regular pirate clowns. You've only heard stories of the monstrous ones as of late.
it was
Word.
I used to be a sailor, and we were attacked by clowns after a couple months. After I saw these shooting stars, meteor showers.
Where was it at? Do you remember?
It was far to the south of here. I was out at sea at the time. But my memory from back then's not too good. I can tell you more about it later, but it happened a few months ago.
Would have Grumble heard the other people talking about the meteor showers? Do a perception. like,
Most of you would, unless your perception's below a 10. If it's below a 10, you probably wouldn't
Yeah,
catch
I don't
any
know.
wind.
Mine's just at 11. Hell yeah. Okay. Because Grumble's going to go waddle over there and ask them if they know where at the meteor showers were at.
Some of them would say they've seen those meteor showers blaze through the skies past several nights. Some have even witnessed what looks to be these weird vines sprouting from the ground, small ones. However, a majority of the folks are talking about wherever these are landing, the ground looks to be devoid of water around the settlement.
Okay. I think Grumble would like to investigate the closest meteor impact place he could find.
They said the closest, or you would probably find them out in the woods near Neverwinter.
I think we should start there. I think that'd be a good starting point. Come on, boys. I got some information.
Okay.
As we all begin and gather together, our first clue on our journey to save the universe may just be in the forests just outside of Neverwinter.
Oh, yeah.